Trump was at it again Monday afternoon. You know, I keep wondering how far into this realm of this world of lies and distortions this crazy fucker can go, and I guess there's no limit. I guess he can go forever and ever as long as the son of a bitch is president of the United States. Anyway, here's the backstory. The people who are working for Trump to get this animal reelected have noticed an unsurprising, it's not a surprise, an obstacle to winning support from two key demographic groups that this dirty son of a bitch needs. They are millennials and suburban women. You know, I can't understand that suburban woman thing. I can't. Whoever came up with that, I don't know. It had to be a man. But anyway, what these two groups, suburban women, I mean, what the fuck is a suburban woman? Oh, I know the definition. A woman who is in the suburbs. If she moves back into town, is she still a suburban woman? If she lives in town and is thinking about moving to the issue for suburban women and millennials is this filthy pig's record on the environment. The environment, which is like, to me, everything, but the people working to get this pig reelected, though, they also saw an opportunity. According to the New York Times, the numbers in the polling showed that Trump was, quote, never going to get, end quote, never going to get the type of voter who feels passionately about doing something about climate change. Even so, a senior administration official who reviewed the polling said there were moderate voters out there who liked Trump's economic policies and, quote, just want to know that he's being, you know, a little responsible, end quote, on environmental issues. Trump doesn't fucking have any economic policies. Everything that is happening right now in the economy is because of what happened for 8 years during Obama administration. Trump has done nothing. This Congress has done nothing. Oh, excuse me. That's right. They passed a massive tax cut for the wealthy. So for nearly an hour yesterday afternoon in the White House, Trump tried to recast my ass. Trump sat there and lied about his administration's record on the environment by describing what he called, quote, America's environmental leadership, end quote, under his command. Sitting there with him were several cabinet members and senior environmental officials. Now, who were the environmental officials? Well, one of them was a former lobbyist for the coal industry, and another one was a former lobbyist for the oil industry. Those are the types that are considered environmentalists in this fucking Trump administration. An oil lobbyist and a coal lobbyist. More coal, more oil, more carbon, more pollution, more global warming. Those are considered environmentalists. Talk about newspeak. Anyway, with those people sitting next to him, the orange son of a bitch rattled off a whole bunch of shit that he claimed were his administration's accomplishments, which he said, according to the New York Times, included, quote, being good stewards of our public land, end quote, reducing carbon emissions, Trump, and promoting, quote, the cleanest air and crystal clean water. Crystal clean. Just like, what was the expression used the other day? Not locked and loaded, but, oh, well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, Trump went on. He said, quote, these are incredible goals that everyone in this country should be able to rally behind. I really think that's something that is bipartisan, end quote, Donald Trump. And he added that he had disproved critics who said his attitude about environment and so on and so forth would harm the environment. Oh, who believes such a thing? Harm the environment? Trump? And listen to this next sentence in the New York Times. Experts watching the speech said many of the president's claims were not based in fact. Talk about weasel words. Experts watching the speech. I'm not an expert. I didn't watch the speech, but I've read parts of it. And I don't think I would say that many of his claims were not based in fact. I would say he is a fucking liar about everything. Cannot the New York Times get off their fucking high horse and say experts watching the speech said many of the president's claims were lies? What the fuck is wrong with that? The Washington Post has already logged, 30,000 lies? Or is it only 20? And anything that Trump said yesterday that was based in fact, according to these experts, were the result of actions taken by his predecessors. Well, duh. Of course. And the experts who said many of the president's claims were not based in fact, the experts also noted one conspicuous omission from everything this orange fucker said yesterday at this meeting of environmentalists, any mention of climate change. It wasn't brought up at all. David Victor, the director of the Laboratory on International Law and Regulation, University of California, San Diego, said the speech was the starkest example to date in this orange bastard's presidency of the disconnect between Trump's rhetoric and reality. Mr. Victor called it, or he said, quote, this speech is a true 1984 moment, end quote. Big Brother talking about the increase in chocolate production. Trump called himself in this speech a protector of public land. Can you fucking get your mind around that? A protector of public land. But he has taken unprecedented steps to open up public land to drilling, including signing off on the largest rollback of federal land protection in the nation's history. This dirty fucker, Donald Trump, with the stroke of his mighty pen, is undoing 125 years of environmental efforts to preserve and protect areas of this country. Stroke of his fucking pen. He also has lifted an Obama-era moratorium on new coal mining leases on public lands, and yet this dirty son of a bitch claims that he is a protector of public lands. And Hitler loved the Jews. Trump repeatedly, according to the New York Times, cited his desire for clear water. Clear water. What the fuck what is clear water? Clean water? But the EPA is in the process of rolling back an Obama-era clean water regulation of pollution in streams and wetlands. Every single environmental protection regulation put in place during the Obama years and going back to the Nixon years has been gutted, ripped up by its fucking roots, thrown on the ground, and stomped on by this orange fucker. But he is the protector of public lands. Jesus Christ. He said that he is a champion of the oceans. Trump. Even though he and this creature named Mary Newmeyer, the head of the White House Council on Environmental Quality. Yes, sir, Mary, you're the head of it. The White House Council on Environmental Quality. So Donald and Mary have been promoting policies that the United States has advanced to reduce marine debris, particularly plastic drinking straws. All right, fucking hooray for Donald and Mary. But Trump didn't mention that his administration, he and Mary, have proposed opening up the entire United States coastline to offshore oil and gas drilling. Did you hear me? The entire United States coastline. The entire coastline. But he and Mary have done something. Oh, they promoted policies to get people to stop using plastic drinking straws. God damn it. If you fucking proles would stop using plastic drinking straws, why, everything would be solved. I'm going fucking crazy. You're watching it on the podcast here, if you're a subscriber. You're watching a reasonably intelligent, reasonably healthy white male going fucking nuts. Me. This is madness. Richard Newell, president of Resources for the Future, a nonprofit, nonpartisan environmental research organization in Washington, in other words, one of the good guys, he said, quote, there's this factoid out there that the U.S. is a leader in reducing emissions, he said. He added, this is simply not true. It is disingenuous to both celebrate the decline in U.S. CO2 emissions at the same time you're promoting the use of coal power. You can't have both. No shit, sir. But you're dealing with Donald Fuckwad Trump. In Trump world, you can have 7 directly oppositional ideas working at once because he is crazy. He is a lying fucker. He doesn't care about anything except himself and his money, his greed. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.